Greetings, travelers, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Tactics Ogre, the Night of Lodis. Last time we did a little bit more preparation work. I showed I went and forgot the Angel Knight's name, but I showed the Angel Knight in Ardea. I showed off a secret in Solea. I kind of messed up on, I believe it's this file. Do not have... well, that's kind of an oops. And I posted in my description how to avoid my mistake. However, this time we are doing an extra battle in Ribanada. And this battle is insane. At first, I thought it was a natural cave, but apparently it's not. Do you remember that deserted town we passed on the way here? There was a man that lived there who lost his sister to a rare illness. I remember that town, but why are you telling me this? That man cursed God for not showing mercy and blamed himself for not being able to save his sister. At first, the villagers felt sorry for him, but eventually, they became frightened. He had forsaken his work and shut himself in his home, still cursing God. Finally, one day, he went insane. He ran screaming from his house and began killing villagers like a bloodthirsty demon. However, a priest who happened to be passing by was able to seal the man in this cave. Are you trying to scare me? Even if the story is true, he must have died inside. That smell, I don't like it. Watch out, something's there. And this battle. Yes, it bears repeating. Orson might not be the best. Actually, give me a moment. I need to make sure that I have certain spells equipped. It took a little bit of doing and a little bit of deciding exactly what I wanted to do, but I have effectively made my decision. And no, you're going. Now, for special dialogue, as you saw at the beginning of this level, you want to bring along Elrik. I've actually outfitted Elrik for dealing with the undead on this stage because it's, in my opinion, just better to take them out. Well, I'm going to go ahead and bring Orson. At least he can deal some damage. And let's go ahead and get started here. Look, he's a servant of evil, a creature without a soul. You can recruit the ghosts and the zombie dragon if you want. I'm not going to necessarily recommend it. Although another amulet of resist doesn't hurt. That amulet actually makes that zombie a bit difficult to deal with. Nothing really terribly important. However, Rimmon here. Heavy armor, goblin helm, not too bad. But look at that physical attack and physical defense. You will absolutely need to take advantage of characters who have high defense and high ability to block. Alphonse is vital here. Oh, how do I want to deal with this? Best and surest way is to just slowly approach it and make sure that you don't do anything that will endanger too many characters. Ivana has the better defense, so she's going to stay ahead of everybody else here. Richter actually ends up being fairly good defensively, but I'm still going to have him fall behind. Elrik is better than his daughter Eufair defensively. Albrecht I'm going to keep fairly close to Alphonse and Eleanor. Very close, actually, surprisingly. I think it's actually pretty safe to move him here. You're suffering. But isn't that what you wanted? Killing others allowed you to forget about the pain in your heart. Are you feeling regret? I'm sorry, but there's no way to save you. Which will you choose? Death or this life of evil? Actually, I forgot to go over the treasures. Alphonse is actually fairly near one. There's a random treasure here. There is another random treasure right here. And there is a guaranteed Tathalum bow, or however it's pronounced, right here. Fortunately, none of them are on kind of like these mossy squares where you have to burn anything away. They're all very easily accessible, so you don't have to worry about that all that much. I want to move him to a more defensible location. Actually, no. I don't want to move him yet. Decisions. Now keep in mind, one of the zombie dragons does have an immunity to spells being used on it, so you've got to be somewhat careful. Now, because most of the enemies are undead, you do not have to worry about drops. So, there's that. Let's see. Watch that zombie dragon be the one I need to watch out for. Exorcism. 90 and good. Okay, not that one. Good, that's 2 fewer things to deal with. Make sure the knight can't get behind. Wow, my controller slipped again. Been a while since I've had to complain about that. Also keep in mind that faith allows you to knock out opponents and basically banish them afterwards. Now, I believe... Oh, trying to remember. Believe Richter's Inca Rose Rapier actually... It's a fire element, okay. Oh, 51 damage. I don't want to risk that, so I'm going to just... That should make sure that he can't get to you, Fair or Elrik. And I'll just have them go up here. Now, in a little bit of irony, he is surrounded by things that are weak to him. Let's see, 99%. Yeah, that's 3 gone beings. Be banished. And obviously it cannot banish the living. And I believe he already has... I'm going to see if I can get some people to start going after Because really, that dragon right there is going to be a bit of a pain because it cannot be harmed by magic. So, yeah, I'm going to have to deal with that. Let's see if I can get him. This should work. Richter should actually have the best chance of dealing some good damage to Rimmon, so I'm probably going to concentrate a bit on him. An orb. Lovely. Reminded of the fact that I kind of failed against Eleanor on this path. I only have one healer on this map, and that's Richter. Oh, which actually reminds me, he hasn't gone yet. Can I do this without hitting any? Yep, I can. 16 damage. Okay, that's decent. And we're about to show off Ignis Fatuus for the first time. This is pretty much the quickest way to deal damage to Rimmon, because I'll show you just how futile it is with even Alphonse when I have a chance. That's all I can do this turn. Okay, and as far as Rimmon goes, Alphonse is my strongest attacker. He does 30 points of damage with Notos, and with Atropos, he does 76. He doesn't even get into triple digits. Quite frankly, that's not really all that worth it. Let's see, Eleanor, go ahead and get this item up here. Yep, that was the crossbow. Actually, let's increase the percentage chance by getting behind you. Oh, right, Rimmon. That's another thing. Rimmon actually decreases your mental gauge, so you've got to watch out for that as well. Though I don't believe it should affect Alphonse all that much. Yeah, he's still at +2. And one more treasure to get. Whoa. If I wouldn't cancel... Oh, he can't get to it. Oh well, there's always training for that. He can't quite climb that high. Oh well. 9 damage. Oh my goodness. So spectacular. Oh. Is his mental gauge being... I don't think he's close enough, but... Fair does have the highest intelligence of anybody on my... Yeah, highest intelligence and highest magical attack, so she's probably the most effective. Good. Salamander, which has already been seen, so I can skip through this. Oh, still barely any damage. Okay. make it easier to take him out. Of course, he gets a level up off of pretty much nothing. Okay, I only need to hit him twice. 68% chance. My precious. Sounds like Gollum. He regained his human heart right before he died. What a pity. Selling his soul to darkness wouldn't have restored what he had lost. Nothing would have, for that matter. Goblin Helm is your spoil of war. Tell me, Elrik, is he human? Yes, he is. Wait, I should say he was human. He lost his sister and fell into despair. What do you think he sought there? Despair? Then maybe there wasn't anything he wanted. Perhaps. But the only thing he found in despair was the destruction of both himself and of the world around him. He could not accept his sister's death or bear the weight of reality. In a world without his sister, he only hoped for destruction. That was the consequence for someone with a weak mind. And that actually brings up a little bit of a point of the Ogre saga. People who give themselves up to despair, to destruction, to envy, to a sort of evil, become, like, in my opinion, Rimmon. They become ogres. And this is really the only ogre that you will see in this game, despite the fact that it is part of the Ogre saga. Which, it's a thing. Regardless, this is Draco Breach reporting out. God bless and safe travels.